Next idiom is that office building is a white elephant. This phrase describes something expensive to maintain, difficult to dispose of, and ultimately of little practical value. It's a grand possession that drains resources without offering real benefit. The idiom's origin traces back to Southeast Asian monarchies, notably Siam. White elephants were sacred there, revered but also incredibly costly to feed and house, and forbidden from labor. Giving one as a gift was often a subtle way to ruin a rival, turning a seemingly honorable present into a massive financial burden. Let's explore how to use this idiom with a couple of examples. First, consider the city's new stadium became a white elephant, costing millions in maintenance each year but rarely hosting events. Here, the stadium is a huge, impressive structure, but its exorbitant upkeep and lack of use make it a financial drain, perfectly embodying the idiom's meaning. It's a grand possession that has become a burden. For our second example, after inheriting the antique car, John quickly realized it was a white elephant. Restoring it would be far too expensive. In this scenario, the antique car, while potentially valuable, demands immense financial investment for restoration, making it a costly asset that brings more trouble than joy. Both examples vividly illustrate how something seemingly valuable can turn into a significant and unwanted expense.
When discussing burdensome things, we have similar expressions. A money pit is for something constantly requiring significant financial outlay, like an old house, focusing purely on cost. A dead weight refers to something or someone hindering progress or a useless burden, lacking potential value. A white elephant combines these. It's a financial drain, but typically a large, impressive item once considered valuable or important, now lacking practical use and difficult to offload. Each emphasizes different aspects of a burden. In summary, a white elephant describes a possession that is costly to maintain, offers little practical utility, and is often difficult to get rid of. Remember its fascinating origin from the sacred but burdensome white elephants of ancient Siam. It's a powerful metaphor for grand, but ultimately unmanageable assets. So, the next time you encounter an expensive project or possession that seems to bring more problems than benefits, you'll know exactly how to describe it. Keep practicing, and you'll soon be using this expressive idiom like a native speaker. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is the new product created a lot of buzz. This means generating significant excitement or public discussion. Buzz comes from a humming sound. By the late 19th century, it described widespread public interest, capturing collective anticipation and lively chatter. Let's examine how this works. An exciting movie trailer creates intense public buzz, leading to quick ticket sales. An innovative startup also generates widespread interest among tech professionals. Both illustrate how creating buzz effectively captures significant public attention for new products.
Other expressions convey similar ideas. Generate excitement is a direct alternative. Cause a stir implies interest, but can suggest disruptive attention. While generate excitement is general, cause a stir implies a more noticeable impact than creating buzz, which is often positive discussion. To recap, the new product created a lot of buzz, means to generate significant excitement or discussion. Originating from sounds, it describes when something captures collective attention. Use it when emphasizing something is making waves and people are actively talking. It's perfect for new ideas, products, or events. Practice. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is he worked his fingers to the bone to finish the project. This means working incredibly hard to exhaustion, often over a long duration. Its origin reflects grueling medieval manual labor, where physical effort caused hands to suffer extreme wear. It powerfully expresses tireless dedication. Let's see this in action. Sarah worked her fingers to the bone preparing for the final exams, hardly sleeping for weeks. This shows intense academic dedication. The startup founder worked his fingers to the bone to get his company off the ground, sacrificing his personal life. This highlights extreme commitment for a new venture. Both illustrate tireless effort.
Consider similar phrases. To burn the midnight oil means working late, not physical exhaustion. To slave away implies working hard under difficult conditions. While similar, fingers to the bone uniquely emphasizes the grueling physical toll and deep strain from demanding work. It highlights physical impact. In summary, he worked his fingers to the bone to finish the project means extraordinary, exhausting effort. Rooted in images of demanding physical labor, it conveys immense dedication. Use this idiom to highlight the physical and mental toll taken to achieve a goal. It effectively praises extreme diligence. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is don't be a yes man, share your opinion. It means you shouldn't just agree with superiors to please them. Instead, voice your honest thoughts. This phrase, especially yes man, emerged from early 20th century workplace culture, describing employees who always affirmed their bosses to gain favor. Let's see this in action. First, the new manager told his team, "Don't be a yes man. I value diverse perspectives and honest feedback." Here, the manager encourages genuine input. Second, he is respected because he challenges ideas thoughtfully, never acting like a yes man. This shows someone valued for their independent thought, not blind agreement. Both emphasize the importance of speaking up.
Similar ideas include toady, referring to a servile flatterer, focusing on the person. In contrast, speak your mind is an action-oriented phrase, urging you to express your honest thoughts, which is the exact opposite of being a yes man. These help us understand the nuances of genuine communication. In summary, don't be a yes man. Share your opinion. Encourages independent thought over blind agreement. It's about having the courage to express your honest perspective, fostering better communication and outcomes. So, remember to contribute your unique insights. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is, "We made a deal. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours." It signifies two parties helping each other for mutual benefit. Originating in the 17th to 18th century daily life, it stems from the human need to scratch one's own back, a vivid image of essential mutual support. Let's explore this idiom. For personal favors, imagine helping a colleague, expecting a return. In business, companies forming a joint venture operate similarly. Shared success arises from each assisting the other. This shows how reciprocal support truly benefits both sides.
Similar phrases include quid pro quo and tit for tat. Quid pro quo is a direct, often formal exchange, aligning closely. Tit for tat, however, implies retaliation or a negative reciprocal action. Our idiom emphasizes positive mutual benefit, while tit for tat conveys a punitive reaction. Distinguish carefully. In summary, this idiom signifies mutual help for mutual benefit. Its origin, a simple human need, highlights cooperation for shared success. Use it for fair, reciprocal agreements. This idiom effectively captures give and take. Keep practicing. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is "he acts like the alpha male in the office." This phrase is used to describe someone who behaves in a very dominant, assertive, and often aggressive way, as if they are the leader or most powerful individual in their work environment. The term alpha male originally comes from the study of animal behavior, specifically wolf packs in the early 20th century, where the alpha was the dominant leader. It later became a widely understood metaphor for a commanding individual in human social groups, especially in competitive settings like an office. Let's explore how this idiom is used in context. Our first example is, whenever there's a new project, Mark acts like the alpha male, taking charge and often overriding others' ideas. Here, Mark is portrayed as someone who dominates discussions and decision-making, asserting his authority. Our second example illustrates a slightly different nuance. The new manager quickly established herself, but some found her alpha male approach to team meetings quite intimidating. This shows that while being decisive, this alpha male behavior can sometimes be perceived negatively, causing discomfort or intimidation among colleagues. Both examples demonstrate how the phrase highlights a person's commanding and sometimes overbearing presence.
If you're looking for similar ways to describe someone taking charge, you could say they are calling the shots or running the show. Calling the shots emphasizes making all the decisions and having ultimate control, often in a more neutral way than alpha male. Running the show means they are in charge of organizing and managing an activity or project. While alpha male implies a strong personal style and dominance, these alternatives focus more on leadership and control functions, without necessarily carrying the same competitive or aggressive connotations. To recap, he acts like the alpha male in the office describes someone who displays strong dominance and leadership, often in an assertive or even aggressive manner, within a group setting. Rooted in the biological term for a dominant animal, this idiom vividly captures a certain type of commanding personality in the workplace. Remember, while some leadership styles can be effective, truly collaborative environments value input from everyone. So, use this idiom to describe observations, but consider its connotations regarding team dynamics. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is "the software is ready for beta testing." This means a software product is in advanced development, needing real-world user testing before official launch. Beta comes from early computer science, signifying the second testing phase after alpha. It implies a mostly functional product. Examples: our new mobile app is finally stable enough. It's ready for beta testing. This means the app is near completion, ready for external user feedback. Also, before we launch the new website, the software must be ready for beta testing with a small group. Both highlight a feature-complete product awaiting final user validation.
Similar phrases, the product is in its final stages, or it's almost ready for launch. However, ready for beta testing specifically implies external users actively test the software. General phrases lack this direct user involvement. Use beta testing to emphasize this crucial user validation step. To summarize, the software is ready for beta testing means a product is nearly complete, requiring real-world user feedback. Originating from computer science, it marks a critical stage. Use this phrase when a product is functionally developed, but still needs public validation before its full market debut. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is the company operated a boiler room selling fake stocks. This phrase describes a fraudulent telemarketing operation where high-pressure salespeople aggressively push worthless or fictitious investments to unsuspecting victims. The term evokes an image of a cramped, low-rent office, often literally near a building's boiler, where relentless cold calls are made. It gained prominence in the mid-20th century, reflecting the intense and often unethical atmosphere of these deceptive financial schemes. Understanding this idiom helps us recognize a specific type of corporate fraud. Let's see how this idiom is used with two examples. First, the former broker was arrested for running a boiler room that targeted vulnerable retirees. Here, boiler room clearly indicates an illicit operation preying on older individuals with fraudulent investment opportunities. Second, don't fall for their slick pitches. It sounds like another classic boiler room scam. This usage warns against a situation that shares the characteristics of such a scam: high pressure, deceptive sales tactics for worthless products. Both sentences paint a vivid picture of a dishonest, high-pressure sales environment designed to defraud people, emphasizing the negative connotations of the term.
When boiler room isn't quite the right fit, you might use similar expressions. Scam operation is a broader term, encompassing any fraudulent scheme, not just those involving high-pressure phone sales. Con artistry focuses more on the skill and deception of the swindler, rather than the physical setup of the fraud. While a boiler room is definitely a type of scam operation and involves con artistry, it specifically highlights the aggressive, telemarketing-driven nature of the fraud. Choose boiler room when you want to emphasize the high-pressure sales environment. To wrap up, the company operated a boiler room selling fake stocks, vividly describes a fraudulent telemarketing operation aggressively pushing worthless investments. Its origin paints a picture of intense, often cramped sales environments. This idiom highlights high-pressure, deceptive financial schemes. So when you hear or use boiler room in this context, you're not just talking about a physical space, but a specific type of financial misconduct characterized by relentless and unethical sales tactics. Stay vigilant and use this idiom to precisely describe such fraudulent activities. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is she earned brownie points by helping the boss. This means doing something positive to gain favor or approval. It originates from early 20th century youth scouting, where brownie badges were given for good deeds. Here's how we use it. Lisa earned brownie points with her manager by volunteering to work late. Also, the new student earned brownie points with the teacher by always completing homework on time. Both show an action gaining appreciation and a positive reputation.
Similar expressions include to get on someone's good side or to score points. Brownie points implies a specific, deliberate effort to gain approval or a favorable standing. Scoring points is broader, while getting on someone's good side focuses on improving a relationship. In summary, earning brownie points means doing something to gain favor or approval. Remember its origin from scouting merits for good deeds. It's a useful phrase to describe actions building a positive impression or improving one's standing, professionally or personally. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is be careful of quote mining. It can be misleading. This phrase warns against selectively taking someone's words out of context to distort their original meaning. Like picking a few shiny pebbles from a riverbed, claiming they represent the entire river. This modern idiom helps us critically evaluate information. Let's look at examples. First, the politician accused his opponent of, quote, mining his speech. This refers to cherry-picking phrases to misrepresent their stance. Second, Sarah realized her research partner was, quote, mining her findings. Here, data was twisted. Both show how quote mining leads to misunderstandings. Always check the full context.
Similar expressions exist. Taking things out of context is broader, removing information from its surroundings, not always malicious. Cherry-picking selects favorable items from a group, applicable to data or arguments. Quote, mining specifically targets the deceptive manipulation of someone's exact words, spoken or written, to misrepresent their meaning. Use it for deliberate verbal twisting. To recap, be careful of quote mining. It can be misleading. Warns about deceptively distorting original meanings by selectively extracting parts of a statement. Originating from modern media, it highlights context's importance. Always question if a presented quote truly reflects intent. Stay vigilant against quote mining for accurate understanding and honest communication. Remember this warning. I'll see you next time with another great expression.